Hey everyone, 95 Fathoms here, and welcome to my X and Y hunt for my Rhydon Quest, which, as you may know if you're familiar with my videos, is an endeavor to shiny hunt for Rhydon, or Rhyhorn if Rhydon isn't available, at the full odds in every unique game. In the case of these games, despite the supposed prevalence of Rhyhorn racing in Kalos, the interactable Rhyhorn outside your house, and the rideable one on Route 9, the Rhyhorn line is actually pretty rare in the wild. The only place you can find it is in the shadow spots in Glittering Cave, and even in those, Rhyhorn is only a 10% encounter. Technically, you can find Rhydon itself in the Friend Safari, but since I'm hunting this at the full odds, Glittering Cave remains my only real option. As I said, Rhyhorn is encounterable specifically in the shadow spots in the front end of Glittering Cave, which has no standard random encounters outside of that, so that complicates the hunt a little bit beyond just running around and encountering. From my testing, I think the most time-efficient way to hunt this is to save in front of a straight passage with two shadow spots in it, run forward and encounter both of them, and then soft reset. And I've identified the best place to do it as a dead-end passage not too far from the entrance of the cave. You see I'm at the entrance right now, and you just run straight forward, turn left, and then turn left again. This passage is one of the few places you can get the two encounters, and they're pretty close together. If you come here and there aren't two shadow spots here, then just exit the cave and re-enter, and it'll reset where all the shadow spots are. And then once you have your setup, just save in front of the shadow spot and progress from there. I already saved this layout in front of them. I was just demonstrating it for you. So anyway, with all that said, it's not a huge time save to hit two encounters per reset, so you can just do a single soft reset if you'd rather. I did a phase for this hunt back in 2022 and got a Lunatone. It was a long time ago and with a different recording setup, so it got a separate video. And I just reset a single spot for most of that phase, so it's certainly not undoable. It's just a slight optimization to get an extra encounter before going through the reset process. But that's pretty much it for the setup of this hunt, so with all of that being said, I'm going to dive into the hunt, and I will see you when something shines. Oh, shiny Machop! Wow, I was looking right when that popped up. Oh, okay. Well, we knew that was going to happen. Well, this came after 7,114 encounters total, and I've been going through this whole phase, which is basically my second, because I'm hunting this the exact same way that I was hunting it back in 2022 when I got the Lunatone. So that one wasn't recorded live, and it's in a separate video and everything like that, but I would fundamentally feel that it's basically phase 1 to phase 2. So this is phase 2, and I've been feeling like, wow, this hunt is really cursed, because Lunatone went to 12,700, which was kind of insane. And the thing is, I double checked my spreadsheet, and I forgot my X and Y luck in general is horrible. I haven't calculated yet what this hunt is going to make it at, but my average in X and Y is literally 9,001 right now. I have never found an under odds shiny in X and Y. Granted, this is my 4th ever shiny that I've hunted in X and Y, so that's part of why. But still, my Fungus that I found back in 2021 was 6,400, and the Pumpkaboo that I found was 7,800. I mean, that's anyway, we'll have to hope that the next phase works out better for me than this one. The funny thing about this is I had sort of just been feeling like I don't know. The game I had been hunting on, I did use this game to hunt, to do for some of the dual hunting in the last one. But my other game was the one that did find Lunatone, and I think I did most of that first phase single hunted on that was my original X version. And I was just like, you know what, let's mix it up. So I booted this game back up, found it was still set up in Glittering Cave, set up some Pokemon, traded over this Parasect so I had something to easily, you know, capture stuff. And so I've been hunting on this game today, and I switched over at 6,900 encounters. So maybe there's something to this. The other reason that I wanted to, you know, and I don't know what this Machop has actually. I'm sure this is something that I looked up at some point and I do not remember. The other thing though is that this game has a great ID. And as I've said before, I don't reset for ID numbers. It's just not something I personally care to do. I find it more enjoyable if I get a cool ID number by happenstance than if I, you know, spend a while resetting for it. Yeah, okay, it has nothing scary, so I'm just gonna false swipe it. But, yeah, this has a palindrome. It's like, I think it's 34443 or something like that. So, really cool ID number. So, it'll be cool to get shinies on this game. I'm probably just gonna stick to this game. Normally I'd be dual hunting, but I've been working on my triple team quest hunting alongside this, which, by the way, that's very over odds at this point. Honestly, just because of desk real estate, it's hard to be resetting 5 different games, so I've only been single hunting this. We're gonna catch you in. Let's just go Premiere. I don't care that much about this. Honestly, it's fine. It's not a shiny I'm super... I don't know. I don't hate them Machop line. But this is a 30%, so it's pretty expected that I'm going to get probably even like another one of these. Well, we do get the Dex entry, so that's cool. Alright, let's do a nature guess for this Machop. I'm going to guess... I'm going to guess Jolly. And it's timid. I almost said timid. So that's close. That's very bad for it because it's plus speed minus attack. But yeah. Who are we gonna drop out of the party? Let's just drop. I don't know why I named that masculine expletive, but there it is. Let's sure. Let's just show it off here on the back of the Rhyhorn. And then we'll get back to hunting. That Rhyhorn looks kind of shiny in this lighting, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of cool, actually. You know what? I didn't switch it up front, did I? I did not. Alright, someday I'll get an encounter here. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. And that is a Hippopotas and Shiny Machop. My first X and Y Shiny on capture card. So that's cool. But yeah, so that's phase 2 down, and I will see you in the next phase. Oh! Shiny Cubone! Okay, shiny Cubone. After 9,734 encounters, yes, you heard me right. It's another phase, vastly over odds, even over double odds again. I love X and Y, so I don't know why they completely and totally hate me, but here we are, I guess. I don't know what to do. Funnily enough, oh, that's right, this doesn't have anything where you can throw balls. Funnily enough, I went back to this hunt for the first time since 2022, I guess, on February 3rd, and then I got shiny Machop on March 3rd. Today is April 3rd, and we're getting phase 3, so I guess it's gonna be a month between phases. I just go luxury. Cubone is at 20% here, so it's not really shocking. Machop is the most common at 30, and then Cubone is second most common at 20. I haven't gotten another 10%, which Lunatone was at 10%. There's 4 of those here, including Rhyhorn, and I really don't... I'm not in the mood to get anything that's not Rhyhorn that's a 10%, so I'm crossing my fingers on that. But God, I mean, surely the next phase of this hunt has to be under odds, right? Like, surely something has to pop under odds eventually. Surely at some point I will get a shiny on X and Y below 7,000 encounters. There it is. The one unfortunate thing is that Cubone and Machop, for that matter, are 2 of the few Pokemon in this area that don't have a Mega Evolution, which would make them more, you know... It is cooler to get something that has a Mega Evolution in Gen 6, because otherwise a Gen 6 Cubone is just kind of like whatever. I know I'm hunting for a Gen 6 Rhyhorn. That's, you know, obviously with the Rhydon Quest, that's gonna happen. I do really like Cubone, to be fair. I don't mean to, you know, downplay it. I'm just gonna name her Carrie because I feel like it. It's just that it's pretty much always true. If a Pokemon is Gen 5 or earlier, I rarely will want to go for it in a 4096 game unless it gets something special in a 4096 game like a Mega Evolution. I've been due some really bad Shining luck for a while. It's just kind of weird for it to happen in 4096 games because my 4096 luck has not actually been that good historically, except in BDSP. I had phenomenal Shiny luck in BDSP, but the few 4096 hunts I do elsewhere, for the most part, are just not good. Except, I mean, I don't have a metric for Scarlet and Violet because it didn't count most of those hunts. And I had 1 egg hunt really under odds and 1 egg hunt close to double odds, so it kind of balances out. We're gonna nature guess relaxed. Okay. And it is not relaxed. That's not naughty. What's the other one? What's the one I'm forgetting? Oh God, I cannot remember. Oh, it is naughty. It's very cute little guy or little girl. I did stick with the same file that I got Machop on. As you can tell, Machop is here. I evolved it just for the hell of it. So we've got the nice palindrome ID that I got randomly. So that's pretty cool. Oh no, I did not want to do that. I'm a mess. I was gonna stop hunting not too long from now, so I was definitely just like, I was not prepared to get a shiny. I would have been so happy if it had been Rhyhorn, but I understand that that wasn't gonna happen. As I said, expected to get 10 phases for this hunt, so on average. So if I go over phase odds, it could be pretty reasonably as high as like 20. There's Carrie, my shiny Cubone. I don't know that I'm gonna evolve her, but yeah. So that's phase 3, and I guess I'll get back to hunting, and I gotta set up my shadow spots again. And even though I have no right to expect it, I'm gonna cross my fingers and pray that I can that I get Rhyhorn sometime soon. At least, please let the next phase be under odds. Like, that's all I ask for. Just let me get a quick phase. Oh! Shiny Kangaskhan! What? Oh my god! What is happening? Putting hunts in timeout really works, doesn't it? I didn't even put this hunt in timeout for that long. That is crazy. So, I hunted Larvitar and Heart Gold Soul Silver, and I just got it last night. And while I was hunting Larvitar, I decided, you know what, this Rhyhorn hunt is being obnoxious, and I want to go and do a different hunt alongside Larvitar. So I did that. So I was on hold for a week and a half. I don't remember exactly how long it was. I am getting ready to EV train my Larvitar. And so I was like, let me just put Rhyhorn on alongside it while I'm doing that kind of stuff. You know, I can just do that really on the side. I had stopped the hunt at 1,350 encounters. At 1,353, this popped up. So this does mean I have, for the first time, gotten an X and Y shiny under odds. It's a miracle. And I'm so torn how to feel about this because it's great that it was under odds. This is the coolest phase to me to get on this hunt. It is, however, also a 5%. Rhyhorn is a 10%. So that's a little bit irritating. I guess technically this is a 2-in-1 day because I got Larvitar last night after midnight. But like barely. I've also had a crappy day. I've had a crappy couple of days. So it's kind of nice to be rewarded with a shiny. But this is objectively very exciting. I'm just like so confused as to what this hunt is doing to me. I just feel like I'm just constantly getting whiplash from it. Why don't I want to hunt this in? Catch this in. We're just gonna go Premier. We're just gonna go Premier. I'm just confused. It's only phase 4, so I'm still under phase odds rather for Rhyhorn. And I'm definitely under phase odds for a 5%. Objectively, this is super cool because Kangaskhan gets a Mega, and this is the only place to get it in Gen 6 without hatching eggs. The only place you can get Kangaskhan is here in Glittering Cave. It's not in ORAS, so you can't even hunt for it there. So This 5% is the only way to get it, and Mawile is also a 5% here, but it can be boosted with Magnet Pull. So Kangaskhan is objectively, like, if I weren't going for a Rhydon Quest, I think Kangaskhan would objectively be the coolest thing to get here. So I'm really excited that I got this in a vacuum. I definitely will be showing off the Mega, although I have to trade it into a game that has a Mega Stone, because this game definitely does not. But, like, I just, just baffled. The 5% phase is crazy. This area has so many Pokemon. It's one of those situations where it's like, it doesn't feel that crazy to get a rarer target because there aren't that many things. I'm glad to not just dupe up on Cubone and Machop. But I feel like I'm the king of phasing on on 5%. When my target is a better percentage. There's the shiny Dex. That's very cool. I mean, Kangaskhan is a really cool Pokemon. Its shiny is good. And again, I mean, Mega Kangaskhan is really cool. I know competitively it was like broken. I never played competitively. Certainly not in I mean, the only semi-competitive battling I did was Gen 4. So I definitely did not competitive battle in 3D. I definitely will, I'm sure I'll give this a nickname at some point, but like I'm not doing it now. We're just gonna save real quick. Okay, back at the Poke Center, and let's nature guess this. We're gonna guess Lonely, even though a Pokemon that literally is always accompanied by another Pokemon being lonely would be kind of ironic. But well, there's no way to not see the nature, I guess. It's Adamant? Surely that's like insanely good for Kangaskhan, right? That is also only my second ever hunted Adamant shiny and my third ever, we're excluding Scarlet and Violet because those games don't count for anything in my data. Dude, that is insane. That is so... I mean, because Mega Kangaskhan is already broken, but like... Ooh, that is crazy. Oh my god, that's actually really cool. I think I am officially not gonna complain about this at all. That is crazy cool. Yeah, there she is. Dang, Kangaskhan is a really cool Pokemon. My dream Kangaskhan is shiny Gen 2 Kangaskhan. It's difficult to get. It's like a rare encounter in Rock Tunnel, but shiny Kangaskhan in Gen 2 looks amazing. It's so good. But generally speaking, Kangaskhan is just a great shiny. I really, really like shiny Kangaskhan, and Kangaskhan in general is cool. I mean, I feel like anybody who like has played a lot of like Gen 1, I feel like it's hard not to. I know it's up front. I don't know what I'm doing. Anybody who's played a lot of Gen 1, like, because it was one of those like rare Pokemon in the Safari, like obviously as a shiny hunter that's cool, but like even playing like in Gen 1, it's like anything that was hard to find in the Safari Zone was so difficult to get. Here she is, shiny Kangaskhan. As I said, I definitely gotta trade it over to a game that has the Mega Stone, or trade a Mega Stone over to this game. This game is not completed, so like I've been saying to myself, I'll use my shiny Rhyhorn to play through, or it'll be Rhydon. I'm definitely going to use Kangaskhan too. Honestly, probably by the time of this hunt, I will probably end up having a full team of shinies just from phasing on this. It won't be a very varied team. It won't have a whole lot of type coverage, but when has that ever stopped me? So, I mean, I have like 6 badges, so I'm like a little ways into the game, but still. So that'll be fun. Using Mega Kangaskhan will be sick. I've never used Mega Kangaskhan, I just think it's a cool concept, so. Anyway, see you in the next one. Shiny Machop. That is a shiny Machop. Alright. Okay, well that is a shiny Machop after 654 Pokemon seen. So very under odds. An even faster hunt than the last phase. I will not complain about that. It's one of my faster 4096 hunts, honestly, because I honestly have not done that many 4096 hunts, so I don't have any super fast ones. I think my fastest was 504 encounters for Stunky and BDSP, but anyway, Machop is 30% here, so I don't really want another one. I wasn't necessarily looking for the first one even, but it's not the least bit surprising to find one. So it is what it is. Let's what do I catch it in? I'll just catch it in Electric Ball. Why not? If this doesn't catch, maybe I'll switch to Parasect and try to weaken it. Yeah, I mean, Phase 5, my second of the... Oh, caught first ball. My second one of the 30% in the area. It's not surprising. We're still under phase odds for Rhyhorn, so while I would love to see an orange Rhyhorn come up on my screen, orange, bronze, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, I'm certainly not going to be complaining. Let's do a nature guess. I'm gonna guess Lax. Why not? I'm gonna guess Lax. That is Brave. That's Brave. It is April 22nd, 2025. So shout out to Diamond and Pearl. It's the is it 18th anniversary of their release in the US. And I was there picking them up on release day, so don't I feel old. I could be getting like the luck that I had on my hunt in Fireleaf Green, where I ended up settling for Pidgey, but was originally going for Jigglypuff and got 3 30% Spearow in a row. So, getting 2 Machop, like 3 phases apart, not that bad. Anyway, I'll get back to the hunt, and I will see you in the next phase. Oh, Shiny Rhyhorn! Shiny Rhyhorn! Great voice crack on that. Oh my god. Dude. Oh. I cannot express how relieved I am to see that. Oh, God. So I'll grant you, I have not been able to hunt a whole lot the past few weeks, so my progress on this hunt has been a little bit slow. But after a few phases that were a little more easygoing, this one went straight back to crazy numbers. This was on the verge of breaking my record for 4096, longest 4096 hunt, which is not crazy. As I've said, I haven't done that many 4096 hunts. My longest hunt is 13,800 something. It was my original Alola Rhyhorn that holds that record. This was close to beating number 2, which was 13,400 something for my BDSP Ponyta. This came at 13,319, which in itself is like not that bad. It's over triple odds, but it's fine. It's just that how many phases on this hunt needed to go over double odds? I think this is the third one that did that, and this is phase 6. So half of them were pretty long. But with that said, this is a 10%. Getting it on phase 6 is a huge win, especially with the way these phases were going. I'm gonna start catching this because I really need to save. I cannot do this again. I cannot hunt for this again. I need to have this caught. I do not want to fail it in some way. Oh, that looks so amazing seeing it on my screen. And the thing is, it's weird because I've gotten how many 3D Rhyhorn at this point, and it's the same model. It's the same everything. But despite that, I don't know. It just looks good. Probably because I've spent so much time hunting this. It's surreal. It's just surreal. I've been at this for so long, it was starting to feel just like this, I don't know. It was kind of hard to imagine finishing out, because I got Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Rhyhorn. Why did you wake up? I got it on February 3rd, 2025. It is June 13th, 2025, and I have been hunting this since I got that Rhyhorn. And I really, listen, this is, as I said, it's a 10%. Fully reasonable for this to take a little bit, and I anticipated it would take me at least a little bit longer than the last few Rhyhorn took me, because they took me like 5 seconds, because I got them fast and I got them first phase. My phase luck was crazy, and I guess it still is. But like, I don't know. I was feeling like we're at the home stretch here. We're about to finally clear out the Rhydon Quest. I just got to keep pushing a little bit longer, and then this happened. But also, I do have myself to blame for this. I started out this hunt thinking that once my hunts allowed me, I was going to dual hunt this. And then I just didn't really feel like doing that. I think, like, I'm trying to remember exactly when it was that my hunts cleared up such that that was possible. Here's the shiny dex. Why are all of Rhyhorn's dex entries so mean to it? It's not too bright. Well, you're not very nice, Pokedex, are you? But it can shatter even a skyscraper with its charging tackles. You wouldn't guess that from the, what, 50 base power? But I guess there it is. I don't think I have a nickname for this ready. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to think on it. And it went to the box. I was planning to dual hunt this once my hunts allowed for it. And I think the Kangaskhan is what really pushed me over the edge. I was like, oh, this is going to be really cool to play through with all of the shinies that I get on this. And I've never been the person who hunts on a single game to keep everything in the quest on the same file. But I think the ID number that I just got randomly, the palindrome ID number on this file was part of it, and because I had been hunting it, single hunted, it just, I don't know, I just didn't really want to start dual hunting it, so I didn't. And let's do a nature guess. I'm gonna guess, I don't know. I'm gonna guess Impish. It's bashful, so that's a neutral nature, which is fine. There's a regular Drifloon and shiny Gen 6 Rhyhorn. so excited to get that. Okay, now Rhyhorn's gonna die. The thing is, I said I brought this on myself partially because like the single hunting. The other way I brought this on myself is this was literally one of the big reasons that I went from a Rhydon generation quest to just the Rhydon quest. Because I love X and Y. I enjoyed my first playthrough of X and Y so much. And so when it came to hunting for Rhydon in every generation, I was like, well, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is the easy option here. But Gen 6, like, if I think of Gen 6, I'm thinking of X and Y. This hunt is way more difficult. Phasing for a 10% can be pretty rough, but, like, I feel like I need to hunt for it there. And I was like, well, let's just take logistics out of it. I'll just hunt for it in both games, and then I don't have to feel silly for hunting the 10%. So yeah, I quite seriously did bring this on myself. Oh, he wants something to eat. Or, actually, I think it's a female. I'm so sorry. I need to play games so I actually have like halfway decent Pokepuffs. She's very cute. I'll do this with Rhydon too. I decided something during this hunt. And in some ways it's a little bit of, I think, is Rhyhorn reacting to my voice? Because I know they do react to the mic. I think it is reacting to my voice. It's very funny. There's one Pokemon in this area that I didn't get that I would really like to get. Mawile is really cool Pokemon. It's one of my favorite, it's my favorite Mega. If I had to pick a favorite Mega design, there's not a lot of Mega designs I care a lot about, but Mega Mawile is really cool, and Mawile has a great shiny, and Mega Mawile has a great shiny. And I was thinking I'll probably go hunt for it at some later point in Glittering Cave, but after the way this hunt has been, I'm like, am I ever going to want to come back to Glittering Cave if I leave it? And I don't know if the answer is yes. But also I figured while I'm just playing through with a Glittering Cave team, let's just go for Mawile. But Mawile can be Magnet Pull for. It's a 5%, but the Magnet Pull makes it a very doable hunt. It's very viable that I will get it in the next phase or two, and I will show off the Rhydon evolution. I don't know if I'll do it right after this or if I'll include that after the Mawile. Maybe after the Mawile, because the focus of this video is going to be the Rhydon, because that's what this is about. Mawile is just a bonus while I'm here, and I don't really want to put it in its own video. So, with that said, we're not out of Glittering Cave yet, but I'll see you with that shiny. Oh, shiny Mawile! Oh my god! Oh, that looks amazing! Yes! Oh, man, that is so good to see. All right, after 2,725 encounters, Mawile finishes off my adventures in Glittering Cave, this little extra bonus hunt. It's under odds, which is only the third time that's happened on this set of hunts in X and Y. So I will absolutely take it. And as I said, this looks so good. I love shiny Mawile. Shiny Mega Mawile looks super cool. I could do a Heal Ball. Heal Ball actually would match pretty well because it's got yellow and pink. That'd be a pretty good match. I'm tempted to do a Dive Ball just because I love Dive Balls. I'm trying to remember if I've caught anything else in a Dive Ball on this team. I don't think I have. Can you see that in this menu? No, you cannot. Cool. I'm gonna do Dive Ball. Screw it. I want to catch it in Dive Ball. Dive Ball is my favorite type of ball. I think blue and like a purple, pink, rusty, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, is a good match. Caught it in a Dive Ball. always looking for an excuse to use a dive ball on something. And I gotta tell you, when I'm looking for one, I can usually find it. There's the shiny Dex. Shiny Mawile. I am glad that I got this first phase. I'm really glad I got this first phase, because I was like, please don't let this take like 3 phases somehow, and I regret every decision that I've ever made that led me to hunt in Glittering Cave again. Okay, I do have a nickname for this. I'm gonna name her Susie, which is inspired by Susie, the Deltarune character. It's because, well, first of all, love Deltarune, love Susie as a character, but also the mouth and everything that Mawile has reminds me of, you know, when Susie is looking particularly vicious. So Mawile did go to the box, so I should go and fetch her. It's very satisfying to get a shiny, because I haven't found very many shinies recently. Which is just because there's been a lot of stuff going on, and I've finally been uploading videos. It's a damn miracle. It only took me 4 years to get there, which is very exciting. It's very exciting. I just uploaded my Burmy video today, so anybody who's watching this who's seen other of my videos, there's some context for you about when exactly this is occurring. But I've been very busy on video editing, trying to keep up with that, so I haven't gotten in a ton of shiny hunting, which is good. I want to catch up on my videos, and then I can actually be uploading things regularly and not have to do a mad dash to edit a million things at once. But still, it is nice to have some time to take it easy and find a shiny. So let's do a nature guess. I think Mawile is a physical attacker. I don't actually know. I should know these things. I don't ever know these things, and then I always pretend when I'm doing nature checks and I'm like, oh yeah, that's good for it, and like I don't know anything. So I don't know, let's say lonely. That's not exactly adamant. Okay, it's timid. I hope it's not a physical attacker. It looks like it's a physical attacker though, but it's definitely bulkier than it is an attacker, so it's also not very fast though, it looks like, so that's probably a pretty bad nature for it. That's a shame. But I got adamant on my Kangaskhan, so I don't think I can complain about like anything. It's a perfect nature for like a brokenly good Pokemon. So I do have some thoughts about what I'm gonna do here. I was like, I'm just gonna clear out Mawile, and then I'll use Mawile, and then everything else I've hunted in Glittering, or I've phased on in Glittering Cave, plus Rhydon, of course, to play through the rest of this game. And then I was thinking, you know, Mawile is like one of the few Megas I like, and Kangaskhan is another one of the few Megas I like. I don't know where I'm going. I'm not paying enough attention. So I was like, once I actually get around to doing the XDTQ I have had planned and in the works for ages, technically, I started hunting Chespin years ago. I started hunting Chespin around the same time I started the Rhydon Quest, for context. And it just sort of got put on hold for a number of reasons, so I haven't really considered the quest properly started yet, which is why I'm not really counting it as being part of my queue. But that one will focus on Kalos Pokemon. So I'm probably not going to hunt Mega Evolutions anytime in the near future, but because I've already got 2 of the like Mega Evolutions I love set here, I'm like, why don't I just hunt for the last couple of Megas I would get in this game, play through, and call it a day. There's shiny Mawile. I'll definitely show off the Mega, obviously, since that's the whole part of the point here, not the whole point. But so I was thinking, oh, why don't I do that? So I kind of do want to do that. So there's, I think, 2 Megas I'm gonna hunt. I think that's what I determined. Yeah, because that would be 4 Megas total plus Rhydon, and then I think I'll use my Machop. Or I could use my Cubone, but then I'd probably evolve it. And I like Marowak a lot, but I really like Cubone, so I don't know. But that is not going to be a part of this video. Obviously, you will be able to tell that. And I'm not going to do it right away, because I want to finish off the Rhydon Quest. I wanted to finish out Glittering Cave before I moved on, but I have 1 hunt left in the Rhydon Quest. So I'm doing that first, but then I want to come back to this eventually. Not eventually, but like soon, once that's cleared out. So I will be doing that. Hopefully it won't take too long, just a cute little project. Anyway, yeah, this was originally just supposed to be a hunt for Rhyhorn. Had I not phased on Kangaskhan, that's probably what it would have remained. But because I got the Kangaskhan, it was like, let's just clear out the Mawile too, and then I was just thinking about it, and I was like, let's just make this file like a really fun little, you know, mega quest. Let's just... Especially because this has a cool ID number. It's got a palindrome. I didn't reset for it or anything, but it's got a cool ID number. So, I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to do something a little special with it. So that'll be coming eventually. But for now... I'll just show off Mega Mawile and call it a day here. But I hope you've enjoyed all of these glittering cave hunts. I hope you've enjoyed seeing some cool shinies here in an unusual area in X and Y. And certainly I put a lot of time into this project that I wasn't really expecting to, even though, like, theoretically the 10% Rhyhorn should have taken a while. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next shiny hunt. But for now, best of luck on all of your hunts, and take care.